Just quick thing. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. Alright. Okay then. This one here is just, fam, whole load of wildness going on with the UK police. I would say I don't get it, but I've met a few of these characters, and a few of them that I've met, I wouldn't be surprised if I caught them in one of these headlines, to be honest. So I'm not really surprised, but then it's just disappointing to think like, yo, these are supposed to be the people that are like, they're supposed to be honest people and stuff like that. You get what I mean? Put in a position of power and all of that, yeah. And fam, how come it turns out that bare of them are just scumbags? Scumbag people, fam. You get what I mean? Like, bare scumbags, like, top tier scumbags. You get what I'm trying to say, fam? It's just like, fam, you'd expect better in it, but not really, because at the end of the day, fam, people's people in it, but it's one of them ones where stuff like this, though, this first bit of the story, like, it's just like, yo, how can you let Don, like, you know what, let's just get into the story, innit? Let's just get into the story. So, yeah, little clip from Good Morning Britain.
A senior police commander who sent a picture of his private part to a junior female officer. He's avoided being sacked by retiring hours before the disciplinary hearing. Chief Superintendent Rob...
Fam, Donny sent nudes to a young officer, to a junior officer. Then Donny retires. Wait. Then he retires. Let me wheel that car, fam. Nah. He gets his retirement. Nah.
A senior police commander who sent a picture of his private part to a junior female officer. He's avoided being sacked by retiring hours before the disciplinary hearing. Chief Superintendent Rob Cousin was suspended on full pay.
Nah, his name's Rob Cousin. Fam. Wait, was it? No, it was Cousins, innit? Yeah, it was the next Fed that, you know, the whole Sarah Everard situation. I'm sure his name was Cousin, but I think it was Cousin, so maybe no relation there, but fam, it's wild. That's just wild, like, fam, let's carry on.
Chief Superintendent Rob Cousin was suspended on full pay in 2022 in his job in charge of Manchester Division of the police. He spent 3 years denying any wrongdoing.
Wait, Donny got suspended with full pay for 3 years? That means Donny was sitting at home while this charges is going on, what investigation, whatever it is, and he's getting bread for doing nothing. It's worse. He's getting bread for doing that. He's basically getting paid for doing that. Am I wrong? Like, he's did a situation. He sent nudes to a young officer. He's been sent home full pay for 3 years. What did he get paid for? For that act? Am I wrong? Like, that's wild. Obviously, I know I'm stretching it a bit, but technically, like, that was, fam, wild. Just wild. Fam, full pay, you know. Crazy.
And then at the last minute, he admitted wrongdoing and then retired, and the disciplinary hearing...
So after all that time, he admits that he did it. Fam, this story is just something else. It's like, what going? What's actually going on? Fam, let's carry on.
It took place in his absence 10 hours later, after he had just retired. They've said the person investigating, former Chief Constable of Warwickshire Police, said Cousin was guilty of a clear case of gross misconduct and would have been dismissed without notice had he not already left the force the night before. Yeah. You wondered to yourself, if that can happen over 3 years with a senior police officer sending pictures of his private parts to a junior officer, and for 3 years he's on full pay, and then he's allowed to retire, and therefore there isn't accountability. And then we ask the question, why is our society and our police force not taking seriously violence against women and girls?
And indecent exposure.
What is going on?
It's just like, you know, and it's just like, fam, what is wrong with people? You know what it is? It's probably the position that attracts these kind of people, and because in positions of power they can get away with it more. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, move like slimy like that. But fam, at the same time, it's just like, Donny got 3 years full pay. Then he gets his retirement as well. And he admits it the day before the hearing. So what, is he going to have to pay back that bread then? I doubt it. You get me, car? He should have got sacked in 2022. But Donny made it a whole 2025 to retirement. Fam, are you clocking what's going on? Donny got... Fam, this is just wild, fam. And this is how the police are moving in the UK, like... It's crazy. It is crazy. Like, and fam, that's not the only story, because there's more. Look at this. Police sexual misconduct complaints skyrocket, but half of claims go uninvestigated. So what does that tell you there? It tells you that they've got a culture. Yeah, they got a culture. Because how is this happening in the police, fam? This is wild. Like, fam, they're not even investigating. Like, they're investigating people for Facebook messages and that woman that sent friggin' slurs in her friggin' private messages about someone that attacked her. But these men ain't even investigating themselves when man are sending around nudes and that. And doing next things. You know, fam, so... It's crazy, fam. It's crazy, fam. Let's see what this Donny's got to say, fam, car. Fam, these men need to fix up. Fam, with all this nastiness going on, fam. Need to fix up.
Farmer's material shows a corrupt clique of officers engaging in absolutely reprehensible behaviour. They're racist, they're misogynist, they're bragging about excess use of force.
You see, fam, that's the culture that they've got in their ranks. They need to lock that off, fam. And you know what it's like? If you know already. These men move wild, you know. So having them kind of people in there, fam. Why do you think there's so much mistrust with communities? Why do you think there's so much mistrust within communities and that? It's because we know who, like, people see what it is. You get me? And I'm not that type of person to cry, oh, this, that, no. But fam, it's real. You get me? And these men are just be getting away with stuff. So they're not even investigating their misconducts. You get me? So what's going to make you think they're going to investigate other misconducts properly? You get what I'm trying to say? It's one of them ones, obviously, they back their own, you know? A gang is a gang at the end of the day.
And they're showing a complete disregard for the people of London that they serve. It's bound to anger members of communities. I completely recognise that. And it will probably cause some to question the trust they hold the police in. We depend upon that trust to succeed in the policing of London.
Who's trusting these, man? After all this scandal here, there, left, right and centre. Or this officer doing that madness, that officer doing that madness. Officers friggin' fabricating evidence and all them kind of things. Like, what's going on, fam? This is crazy, fam. It's crazy. There ain't no trust.
We've acted with rigour, determination and pace. as we've confronted this case. Within 48 hours, 10 individuals were suspended from duty, away from being able to harm the public. Others were restricted, and we've broken up the local teams at Charing Cross.
That's a whole next station. That's not even the same one from the first video. That's got nothing to do with Donny, because Donny was in Manchester. That was Metropolitan. You know, so, fam, the misconduct and discrimination complaints have doubled in 5 years. Fam, mad figures, fam. You get me? They've got over 600 they've got 645 discrimination in 2023 to 2024. They got 400 misconduct in 2024, 2025, the highest number in a single year. So these men are having over 1,000 complaints. 1,000 complaints, and like 500 of them is just going unchecked. So that's 500 officers potentially. They're just doing what they want, going unchecked. That is wild. That is wild. That's a wild statistic, fam. Car. You get me? That's probably a police officer near you. You know, really and truly, like, when you break it down, it's just one of them ones like, there must be somewhere. You get me? All this, fam. And there was what? All even revelations from Panorama expose a culture of misogyny in the Met, with officers uncovered making comments about women and dismissing allegations of rape. You get me? And I know, yeah, it's not believable women, but fam, you need to take this stuff seriously as well at the same time, and you get me, actually do the due diligence. You get me? Because it's like, girl will cry. Yeah, girl will cry on a celebrity. You get me? Donny gets thrown through the works, investigation, all this job, this, that. You get me? Like what happened to that footballer Donny the other day. You get me? But then when it's the scumbags that actually doing it, you get me? They're dismissing it. Like, come on, fam. Like, fam, it's wild. You get me? But yeah, fam, that's the Met, fam. Look at the chart, fam. Look at the chart. You get me? I ain't even gonna read the whole of this because you get me? But fam, just look at this, like, fam. And this is just the Met as well, you know. It's not even national. This is the one that sets the example for the rest of them. I would say I'm sure it's the biggest one, if not one of the biggest ones. You get me? In the capital city. You know. You get me? Like, it's just some mad statistics, fam. It's like, when are they gonna take action with their own people doing mad stuff? You get what I'm trying to say? Fam, I'll even next story. Again. 39 sacked over misconduct. 39. You get me? And that's the 39 that got caught. It's not out of the, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, and this is the next one. Thames Valley. The largest non-metropolitan force in England. Ain't Thames Valley like basically London as well? Like, ain't in that same area? Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong, but fam, what is going on? There was 321 allegations that were made between 2020 April and the end of June, with 48% of them, so 130 of them, class of having a case to answer. It was a report designed to improve confidence in reporting these matters. Figures show 86 officers were sanctioned in relation to misconduct, and including those 39 officers and staff. So fam, there was a whole 80, there was basically 90 officers that was doing like mad stuff, that was doing misconduct, and half of them got sacked. But what going for the other ones? What to get final warnings and all of that? Like, what are these people doing, fam? What are these people doing, fam? It's just bare misconduct out here, fam. Bare misconduct. You get me? Gross misconduct. You get me? Touching people inappropriately. What's going... Fam. What's going on? You get me? Everyone's always like, these men are just touchy in it, fam. Like, fam, what's going on, man? One tried to quit before the hearing. He was trying to demonstrate an alleged essay he was investigating and touched his colleague on the back of his right leg. Fam, why are you touching? Like, it's just like, know your position, fam. Why are you touching people up at work? It's just as simple as that. Why are you touching people up at work, fam? What, fam? It's just wild, innit, fam? It's just wild. Because, yeah, fam, it's just like... And you know what? The worst thing is... It's not even the worst thing, but it's just another thing. You would expect it to be only the men, or... You get me? But it's not only the men. It's the women too. Look at this one. Female police officer, 29, drunkenly groped two colleagues and tried to kiss an inspector during boozy leaving do. Misconduct hearing told, sorry. PC Pamela Pritchard, 29, told the hearing today that she has no recollection of her alleged antics during a boozy party where she twerked on the dance floor at the Carnarvon. Wait, no, that's wrong. Carnarvon Rugby Club in North Wales. Oh my gosh, wow. It's Welsh, innit? What you expect? The North Wales police officer is accused of humiliating a male colleague by twice putting her hands on his groin as well as groping a female officer's breast. Oh my days. She was moving recce. She said anyone can get it. That's what she will say. She said, yo, you, anyone can get it. Recce off the liquor. Yeah? North Wales, that's how you moving. Carnarvon, yeah, that's how you're moving. Fam. It's crazy, man. The mother of one allegedly told the officer during a party in March 2024, I'm the biggest lesbian here and I'll fight any man. Fam, what's she on? Oh my days. She's touching man's hood. She's grabbing her grabs. Then she's friggin' saying that she'll scrap anyone, and fam, what's she on, fam? Oh my days. Fam, she's moving wild. Like, are we sure it was only liquor? You know. Anyway. Well, she told the panel, I'm straight. PC Pritchard broke down in tears as she told how she had let the force, my friends and my family and my little girl down, but she insisted she was a good person. She denies breaching standards of professional behavior and gross misconduct. She said, my behavior that evening was inappropriate. I've never acted like that before. I'm absolutely mortified of the allegations. Fam. The statements and the CCTV that I have seen and heard, that's not who I am. I am not that person. I do not recognize myself on that CCTV. I would never mean to offend anyone. I'm not that kind of person. I am a good person. Well, you was a bit too good that night, or a bit too bad, whatever you want to put it, cause she was just moving recce, saying I'm the biggest lesbian, and fam, look at her. Yeah, she enjoys the booze, don't she? Hey, fam. She enjoys the booze, innit? Fam, they picked the worst picture to display her with, fam, car. That's what had you moving all wild. Killing it. Here's another one. After wine this time, me, Miss Pamela. You know, probably thinking that, hey, fam, she's thinking that she's none and that, fam. Hey, don't, hey, carry on. So, she added, please don't think I've gone away and haven't thought about this from the moment I woke up to the moment I go to sleep. She's also accused of trying to kiss a male inspector, causing him to pull away. A fellow officer, only named as PCB, that is funny, said PC Pritchard groped him out of the blue when he was waiting to get a drink at the bar. He said PC Pritchard grabbed me below the belt and put her hand on my genitals outside my clothing. To no extent was it appropriate. I felt kind of humiliated at that point. PCB told the misconduct hearing PC Pritchard repeated the action when he was outside in the smoking area. So she was moving, fam, like that done out of Boondocks, but just for my man's hood. You know what I'm saying? I want you, I need you, whatever it was, fam. That's what she's moving like, fam. Oh, yo, it's just wild. Anyway. He said she did the same thing again. She grabbed it outside my clothes and I distinctly remember her squeezing it. Fam. She was moving wild. Oh my days. Oh my gosh. It was not appropriate. This was in public. Her behavior was becoming more and more unacceptable. But PC Pritchard told a hearing, I denied totally that I've made contact with his groin on purpose. PC Pritchard's barrister Fiona Clancy suggested PCB had been teasing her and interfering in her love life during the night out. What the heck's going on? Hey, her barrister's trying to do the mad thing. Her barrister's trying to do the spinners. Doing the, she's trying to do the spinniest of spins on this. She's trying to just spin that, fam, because how is my girl saying she denies doing it on purpose, but then the barrister's defense is saying Donnie was into it? Like, pick one or the other, fam. Pick one or the other. Don't say both. This is why she definitely got bagged, and she definitely did it, because she's denying it. Her barrister's not denying it, but saying Donnie was on into it. So anyway, these people, man. The charges state, during the evening, you made inappropriate physical contact with two colleagues, neither of whom consented to this act, either expressly or implied. Look at her. Every picture, she's got a liquor in her hand, you know. Every single picture. Fam. Next one. Okay then. This is a selfie. Finally. You get me? But you know the liquor's probably out the frame. You get me? God, fam. Yeah, but this is wild. Okay. You used insulting and inappropriate words / language towards two colleagues. You attempted to kiss another colleague, causing him to pull away from you. This was unsolicited and inappropriate. Very inappropriate indeed. A disciplinary panel chaired by North Wales Assistant Chief Constable Chris Orsop were shown CCTV of PC Pritchard twerking during the night. Fam. That is the icing on the cake, no pun intended, because fam, they're just saying, yo, that night she was just moving wrecky. She thought she was, 22 again, back in Magaluf, doing a mad thing. That's what she thought she was doing there, you know, because she's just moving wild, twerking at the police party, leaving the fams, yo. She had a messy night, indeed. So it's just like crazy. You get me? Crazy. Another female officer identified as Police Constable A Said PC Pritchard came up from behind me, put both arms around my neck, and then put them under my armpits and grabbed and squeezed them. Fam, it's inappropriate indeed. PC Pritchard denies allegations, and the hearing in Colwyn Bay Police HQ continues. Also, what is still ongoing? Okay, then, so we don't know if she did do it or not. Then she's innocent till proven guilty. From my point of view, really and truly, she hasn't been convicted. But the story there, the little denial, and it's not even there. But that the little denial, like one's denying, one saying Donny was into it, like your story's not adding up from my perspective. So, it's one of them ones like, yeah, I reckon she's getting sacked still. You get me? From what it seems like, and what everyone like, she got two, at least two officers in court testifying against the CCTV of her moving recce. Like, yeah, bro, this one of them ones like, yeah, it's wild, fam. You shouldn't be getting drunk at work parties like that. Why even, you get me? And you can tell that she enjoys a drink because she had a good 4 out of 5 pictures with a drink in her hand. But at least be responsible, especially at work parties. Like, it's not even like she went out with her friends. It's at a work party, fam. Like, oh, she's moving wild. Hello, wild stories today, fam. You know. Well, anyway, let's get into this next story because I just found it, since we're on the topic of talking about police misconduct and corruption and all them kind of things there. Let me just adjust my little thing because it's getting a bit. Let me. I just thought, why not talk about this next story since it came up in the whatever you want to call it. You see this one here, fam? It's just like, you could like, you know what? Let me just read this one because this one's a bit crazy as well. South Yorkshire police officer jailed for blackmailing suspect. PC Marie Thompson sentenced to 40 months after posing as anonymous paedophile hunter to extort £3,500. Now look at her mug. That's PC Marie, you know. PC Marie was out there trying to get the big bags. How you mean? She's about that life. What? Yo, fam, better run that bridge, you know. You better run that bridge, you know. That's what she was on, you know. Fam, that's what she was on, big PC Marie, you know. That's what she was on, PC Thompson. I don't. Fam, that's what she was on. Let me get that big bread. Yeah, run them racks. Run them racks. This is what my girl was on, you know. Look at her face, fam. This is what my girl was on. Run them racks. Now, what? You what? You what? Run me my money. Run me my money. Alright, let me start. You know what makes it so funny, fam? Because she posed as a fire hunter, fam. So I'm just thinking the suspect in this situation is one of them kind of brothers. So, you know, but not the suspect, the victim, sorry. But you get me, like, fam, look at that face. Run me my money. Imagine it. Just for fuck's sake. Okay, let me carry on. A police officer who blackmailed a suspect she had arrested in an indecent images case to fund her gambling addiction has been jailed for more than 3 years. Not to go to the bookies. She did it to go to the bookies. Fam, to play the horses. The horses and the courses. Fam, this is what she's doing. Extorting man to play the horses. Hey, fam, she's taking liberties. Oh my days, she's taking liberties because, fam, She's extorting Donny and going down to friggin' Fred, going down to Paddy's. You know, like, it's long. PC Marie Thompson was sentenced to 40 months in prison on Thursday after pleading guilty in September to blackmail and perverting the course of justice. Wait, and what makes it worse? What makes it worse is she bagged Donny, and that's how she got into this situation of blackmailing him. So what? She was letting him walk on road. Wait. She was making Donny walk on road free, being one of them indecent youths, just so she can get bread. Wild. That's wild, because you would think at least they're the type of people that they're gonna try to take off the street, like, you know. But she's just like, run me my money. So, carry on anyway. Leeds Crown Court heard she used a fake email address to contact a man being investigated for an alleged sexual offence and posed as a paedophile hunter who demanded a $3,500 payment to ensure that information remains between you and us. Fam. She tried to do a little, like, so she got down his details, tried to contact him, like, on an anonymous tip, like, oh, rare, yo, I know what you did last summer, run me the bread. She's moving crazy. You know what? Let's see how she got bagged in it, car. That's wild. Thompson, 29, had been in charge of a South Yorkshire police investigation into the man she had arrested in October 2022 on suspicion of possessing indecent images of children. So she was in charge. That makes it even worse, because that means she's in like a leadership position. And fam, is this the only person that she did this to? Or is this a pattern, like my girl's bagging freaking EDPs? She's bagging EDPs, and as long as they're giving her P's, she's setting them free? What's going on there? What is going on there? Like, fam. During pre-sentencing mitigation, it was revealed that Thompson's motives were driven by her need for money to cover considerable debt she had accrued due to a severe gambling disorder. It gets techie. It gets techie in the gambling world, fam. I'll be real, it gets techie, but this is something else. The court heard that shortly after the man was interviewed and released on the investigation, he reviewed the email from an anonymized address that read, "Information has been passed to us that you have been arrested for media involving children. As an organization which works to protect children from people such as yourself, we therefore ask you to make a donation to us." Wow, hey, she's moving. 419, let me get that now. Run me my money. Yeah? The email, which was signed by hunters, provided a number and sort code for a bank account and demanded that the man pay the money into it in order not to publicize the allegations against him. The man's partner later received a text message that said he had to reply to the initial email before the end of the day. The couple decided against paying the money and contacted the police. Oh wow. So they just turned her in. They weren't falling for that. And you know what's stupid? Because Donny already got bagged. So how is information going to an outside company? You're already going to think that's dodgy, because police ain't supposed to be sharing information like that, like off an arrest, or maybe, you get me? I don't think so. Not just off the arrest initial like that. Passing like Donny's email address and details like that, that's a bit too far. You get me? Like data protection and all of that, but that's wild. You get me? Thompson told the man she would investigate the matter, but instead wrote in her crime report that he did not want to pursue a criminal complaint. So she actually was trying to let man go. Like, she actually was like trying to let man go and run out the bread. That's what that's saying there. That is wild. Oh my days. She fully was gonna drop the charges so she could get her bread. That's wild, fam. That is just wild situation, blood. I'll be real, fam. Like, she also told a number of lies in entries into her notebook, which included falsifying the number used to text the man's partner in order to hide the fact that it was her own. After this, also they reported it to her as well. That's crazy. That is crazy. So she's running blackmail racket, and she's the one that gets the information about the case again. Crazy. After this, Thompson sent the man another email with the subject line, "I'm so sorry," which read, "I came to drop something off for my mom and overheard you talking. I never told a soul and never intended to." The court heard that this was sent as a further attempt by Thompson to cover her tracks. Because they're thinking, how is this information getting out there? It must be one of them. So, you get me? Like, fam, what was her logic in that situation, fam? Because clearly it's only going to go back to a certain number of people, you know, and you're the one in charge. So, unless you're pinning it on one of, like, the lower officers, then, fam, it's coming on to you, fam. So, yeah, fam, crazy. Yo, just quick thing. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. All right.